I'm Tiger Height, and I'm here to make AEW Dynamite and Pro Wrestling Majestic again. This was your follow-up. This was your follow-up to this show. Good Lord. We kick off with Orange Cassidy talking about, well, his loss. This was the main event for All Out. Jon Moxley, Orange Cassidy for the International Champion. I have a review on it. I watched it. We'll cover it here next week. This coming Sunday, I should say. But good Lord. He shouldn't be cutting promos because this was not good. So then Jon Moxley comes out. They have a 0.0 interaction. And this gets a thumbs down and a fuck you. Because now what are you going to do with Orange Cassidy? Where is he going from here? He's going for the AEW World Champion? Talk about a joke. In an AEW International Champion Open Challenge, because why not, we have Jon Moxley, the person who won this at the main event of All Out, versus AR Fox. It's an open challenge, but we have a graphic ready for it. That's not an open challenge. That's a match. Know the difference. To be honest with you, the match itself was a nothing sandwich. Jon Moxley destroyed him because obviously it's Jon Moxley and he needs to win everything. It was paradigm shift for the win. It gets a thumbs down and a fuck you because nothing here was gained, nothing here was lost, and I couldn't care less. In another open challenge, because might as well have another useless title against another useless title, we have Kris Statlander taking on Sakura. Sakura. When was the last time we saw her in a match that meant anything? Oh, yeah, that's right. Never. Ever. In the history of AEW. Zero. Fuck. This was a nothing. Wasn't any fever for the win. Thumbs down, fuck you, it wasn't even wrestled well. Up next was Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara taking on Aussie Open, and once again, it was a fine match, but what did it do? Who did this benefit? No, seriously, who? I'll wait. Because guess what? This actually God's won, and it was by barely. Aussie Open continues to lose and become a bunch of losers. Why did they sign with this company? Oh yeah, that's right. Tony Khan. Well, not Tony Khan, because Tony Khan doesn't actually have any money. It's Shahid Khan. And apparently Sammy Guevara was mad that their team won. That's fucking stupid. Judas Effect for the win. Fine match. That's being really nice. Orange Cassidy thumbs down, and that's not a fuck you. Oh, thank God, something good, but damn, did you have to bring up William Regal? Did you have to bring up WWE? No, you didn't have to. Well, kind of. Here's the thing. Did you have to bring up William Regal? No. Did you have to bring up the original segment from NXT Brooklyn? Yeah. That was kind of the hint. So if they kept it there, that's fine. But why'd you have to bring up William Regal? It actually kind of ruined the segment, to be honest with you. These two had an okayish back and forth, but then MJF looked like an absolute dork once again. He is hurt, and yet he still attacks Samoa Joe. Got hurt again. What am I supposed to do with this? MJF looks like a pussy. This is your world champion. Looks like a gigantic pussy. God. Samoa Joe looks like the badass out of this. He looks like the adult out of this. Good Lord. I'll give it an Orange Cassidy thumbs up because these two, tit for tat, wordplay worked really well. There was just some things there that I'm just didn't have to bring up. And then the, I guess, challenger for the world champion absolutely schooled the world champion. Yeah, see if Roman Reigns doesn't look like that. It takes a bunch of distractions, a bunch of ass pulls for Roman Reigns to look like that. And yet MJF, it takes a feather to the back of the head. We have Trent Beretta taking on this version of Roderick Strong. What am I supposed to say out of this? What am I supposed to say out of the Dorkosaurus? Yeah, I don't know. He got in there. He looked good. But come on, bro. Let's get rid of this little neckband nonsense. It's stupid. Oh, by the way, this is a World Title Eliminator quarterfinal Grand Slam whatever. These two are possibly going for the World Heavyweight Champion at Grand Slam. What a fucking joke. God damn, if you have a tournament like this, at least put in people who are relevant. It's stupid. End of Heartache for the win. It was a fine match. Orange Cassidy thumbs up. Not quite a fuck you. We have Hangman Page, sounding like a dork. And then we have Swerve Strickland come out and absolutely destroying Hangman, like verbally and everything. And brought up really good points. They were building the company around this guy. And what is he doing now? Drinking himself off on the pre-show. What are we doing here, Hangman? This is what happens when you're a fucking idiot. This is what happens when CM Punk is right. That's what happens. And then guess what? Brian Cage attacked Hangman Page and making Swerve Strickland look more legitimate and credible. I love it. I absolutely love it. Fuck this guy, but Swerve Strickland was actually good here. I'll give it an Orange Cassidy thumbs up, and that's all because of Swerve and Brian. This is your main event. Grand Slam World Title Eliminator. Darby Allin and Nick Wayne. What are we doing here? It was a modified stump puller for Darby Allin to win, and yet the dude is taped up like a mummy. He could barely move. He looks awful. He sucks, just in general, even if he was healthy. And Nick Wayne, this 18-year-old prodigy, can't beat somebody who is hurt. I swear to God, this pipsqueak couldn't beat somebody who was shot in the head with a 12 gauge. And that's being nice. Yeah, prodigy for the jobbers. Prodigy for the people who they want to get over to lose. And not look impressive at all. And that's the other thing too. They're sitting there thinking that this guy is like all that in a bag of chips. To be honest with you, he ain't impressed me. He ain't impressed anybody with actual wrestling talent because he lost to this dimwit with an injured back with a bunch of tape on his body. God, this main event sucked. I'm going to give it an Orange Cassidy thumbs down. I'm going to give it a full thumbs down and a fuck you. And that was it. That was Dynamite. I'm sorry it wasn't as long as other ones, but there was nothing there. There was no substance. This shit sucked. And I want to hear from you if you disagree with me while I sit there and trash you. So you can do that either in the comments down below or right here next to me. Follow and subscribe depending you're watching this on. Follow all of my social medias and also become patrons and get hats. All of those links will be either in the bio of this video or this channel or in the description down below. And as always, be majestic.